So far this season, Manchester United have won the Community Shield, the Capital One Cup, the Premier League, and now we have a chance to win the FA Cup for the second season in a row. The last time we played Cardiff, it ended 1-0. That was in the Premier League, where we played them away. Not the best of games, I remember, as I went with Nick Powell. He started that game, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't really added that many players to his side. Our next game anyway after the FA Cup final is Sunderland, then Blackpool, and then the Champions League final. And their recent form, they've lost 4 games in a row. That's huge. That is huge, because that obviously is going to have an effect on their confidence heading into this FA Cup final at Wembley. Now, Phil Jones is suspended for the FA Cup final, unfortunately, so he will be dropped from the team. In comes Garay onto the bench. Shall I play Fletcher? I think I will. I'll stick with Fletcher and have Carrick on the bench instead of Carvalho. Danny Welbeck's okay. How about Nick Powell? Did okay in that game against Cardiff, I suppose, but I think I might leave him out. I will bring in Luke Shaw, because I started Evra for that second leg against Barcelona. I think it's only fair enough to actually go with Shaw for this game. Ooh, actually, you know what? What I'm thinking? We've got to put Ryan Giggs in there, haven't we? On the bench instead of Wilfried Zaha. Got to include Ryan Giggs. This could potentially be his final season with the club as a player. So Solskjaer has decided to go with Erding up front, the guy that got that winning goal earlier on in the season against Manchester United. He's going with Craig Bellamy, Stuart Downing, Ikram as well, former Manchester United youngster at the time, Jordan Much. You've already seen my starting 11 as well. Darren Fletcher, the most notable player in the team, who I haven't really picked that much this season, and Ryan Giggs on the bench as well, so I'm looking forward to this. It should be a good final, seeing that we're fresh from that win against Barca. Cardiff, they are without Coleman, Gunnarsson and Gary Medel, 3 top players for Cardiff, and that's going to obviously be a huge blow for them if they wanted to really put up a challenge and go for it against Manchester United. And obviously Solskjaer would have wanted all of his best players fully fit for this game, and it's just unfortunate for him that the likes of Gary Medel will be missing. It's a shame really, because I think when both teams in a cup final have all their best players fully fit, I think it just adds to the game. You know, the atmosphere and just the excitement of what may go down. But unfortunately for them, they're not fit. So Manchester United, we're gonna take it from here, and I'm gonna play it in 2D. I know it's a cup final, but I'm just want to move on now and just head towards those last 2 games now of the Premier League season, and obviously concentrate mainly on the Champions League final against Dortmund. So we'll just see what happens. I may switch it back to 3D a bit later on in the game. Let's just see how we start out here. Darren Fletcher fouled there by Jordan Much. He's going to receive a yellow card early on in the game. Valencia, Mata, Van Persie, Tom Cleverley. Good shot, good save. Just go out for a throw. Raphael's going to pick that one up. Here we go again. Cleverley, Fletcher, Van Persie, Cleverley, Herman. Another good save there by Marshall. Top goalkeeper for Cardiff. Mata certainly didn't mean that. What does that mean? Did Mata almost score from the corner? Oh, Vertonghen, get stuck in, son. I thought he was going to maybe poke the ball into the back of the net there, in the position that he was in. He was just surrounded by 2 or 3 players though, so put under too much pressure to try and come away with something. Vertonghen collects the ball. Van Persie, Herman, Luke Shaw, nicely done. Herman again, battling his way through. Luke Shaw, Mata makes it 1-0. 10 minutes into the game. That's his 14th goal of the season. We're just flying. Look at the space Shaw was given here, and Mata, as he just pulls away. Poor defending from Cardiff. And Manchester United 1-0 up. We've got another attacking throw here. Raphael swings it in. It's 2. And it would be Tom Cleverley, who has been on form these past couple of weeks, getting that first goal against Barcelona in the first leg. And now he's scoring here, extending United's lead to 2 with his 6th goal of the season. Good little play there as well by Van Persie, Valencia and Raphael. Raphael took it right to the edge. Oh, they've got a set piece here, Cardiff, but we're going to clear that. Raphael took it right to the edge and swung it in. Brilliant. 2-0 up, and a good shot there by Ikram. De Gea with the save as he goes out for a corner. Defended again. Johnny Evans knocking the ball out of play, whether it be a header or just blasting it into the crowd at Wembley. Not much happening after those 2 goals within the space of 2 minutes. Van Persie, good position again. A tight angle though, but we've won a corner. Van Persie swings it in. Can we make it 3 before half-time? That would be sensational. I'm not sure where that's going. Poor from Cardiff. Solskjaer, you can just imagine on the touchline, maybe looking a bit concerned. I don't think it's his style. Oh, is that... De Gea's going to collect that. I don't think it's Solskjaer's style to be fuming on the touchline like we've seen in the past from Sir Alex. I don't think... Oh, Mata. I don't think I've ever seen Solskjaer kicking off big time on the touchline. That is a foul by Craig Bellamy. And he has been sent off. 34th minute in. He has his head in his hands. There goes Craig Bellamy. Cardiff now down to 10 men against an informed Manchester United side. Are we going to be taking it to Cardiff now? That is the question. Cleverly to Herman. Nice little bit of play there. Cleverly, Fletcher, Raphael to Valencia. Fletcher again. Loving this passing game. Valencia cleverly. Mata makes it 3. It was only a matter of time. See what it did there? Oh yeah. That felt good. But it was only really a matter of time before United broke through again after Cardiff went down to 10 men, and it's just a couple of minutes removed from that sending off as well. Solskjaer will be gutted with that, big time, and he'll probably be thinking to himself, well, what can we do here now to turn this around and try and maybe get back into it, maybe head for extra time. We could be on for 4 here. Raphael getting himself forwards again, just like he did in the second leg against Barca, getting himself on the score sheet as well. He could be scoring Manchester United's 4th goal before half-time here, if he keeps that up. Luke Shaw taking a knock, nothing too serious. That's good, and it is half-time now at Wembley in the FA Cup final. Just 45 minutes to go, and the trophy is once again ours. I'm gonna make a sub. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make 2 subs. I'm gonna bring on Ryan Giggs for Darren Fletcher, and we'll switch. We'll have Cleverly in central midfield as well, so we'll go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Okay, that's good. Roll's looking good. And I'll bring on Danny Welbeck for Herman or Van Persie. You know what? I'll go for Van Persie. We'll take Van Persie off at half-time, so he's fresh-faced ahead of our next game against Sunderland. We've pretty much got this in the bag now, unless Cardiff can really pull something out of the hat. And they've got a player injured now as well, Berget, to add to their troubles. And I'm going to make one more sub. Going to bring on Januzaj. Nice. So some of my top players like Van Persie, Herman, they will be fresh-faced ahead of that game against Sunderland. And then we've got Blackpool. That's our last game of the season. It will be top against bottom, as they are one of the teams that have already been relegated from the Premier League. They'll be playing Championship football next season. And Januzaj, good chance there. I'm going to switch it to 3D, as we're not far from the final whistle. I want to see the confetti come down like it was last season for Manchester United when we beat City here at Wembley in that FA Cup final. That was a good game. Oh, here we go, down in. Bit of movement now by Cardiff, and they have clawed a goal back. And it would have to be Erdink as well, the guy that scored that winner against United earlier on in the season in the Premier League. Down in with a simple cross, and just looking at that, you know, considering that there's 2 United players around him, Raphael and Johnny Evans, they should be doing so much better to try and win the ball back. I understand that it's inside the penalty area, they don't want to make any mistakes, but they should at least be trying to get stuck in and pickpocket the ball from him. We've got a corner here right on the dying embers of the game. Can we make it 4? No, we can't, but there is the final whistle. Manchester United have retained the FA Cup trophy. That's twice in 2 seasons. Absolutely fantastic. It's always good to come away with that FA Cup. We did see most of the ball throughout that game. Not much to mention really. A 3-1 win. Not bad. And it's good to have Mata almost picking up a hat-trick there. Let's see some of the headlines then. Victorious Manchester United celebrate famous quadruple. They are classing the Community Shield as a trophy. So I've won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup, the Community Shield. Everything our heart desires. Manchester United delighted with PAYTON. I would like to think they are, after everything I've done so far within 2 seasons. Accomplished so much. Manchester United boss pleases board. Roy Keane praises PAYTON's spirit. That's always nice to see. Manchester United hammer Cardiff 3-1, as you know you've just watched their final, and cleverly leaves Manchester United fans purring after a fine display. Fans jubilant after Cardiff result. Sweet. Squad bonus payout as well for winning the FA Cup of 1.7 million. And here is BBC Sports FA Cup review. So the biggest overachievers were Salisbury and the biggest underachievers Millwall, and we have received 1.69 mil. So awesome stuff, guys. We've won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup, the Community Shield. Can we now go on and win the Champions League against Dortmund? You guys are just going to have to stay tuned. The next video will be the 2 last games of the season against Sunderland and Blackpool, and then the video after that will be a Champions League special with that game against Dortmund. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.